Yo, it's TonyCouldveBeen again. I'm tackling an interesting subject here. I don't even know how people get diagnosed with stuff like this, or characterized. But here's my answer. So for a long time, I wondered if I was a love addict, like, for example, like someone who's in love with the idea of being in love, not actually loving every person they either have relations with or see exclusively for a long time or a short time, depending on some cases. But I'll just read to you from the Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous, FWS.org. FWS stands for Fellowship Wide Services. So there is a emphasis on God and Christianity on some of this information, but we can work through it. But characteristics of sex and love addiction. This was copyrighted in 1990, so like I highly doubt the characteristics have changed over the years. Maybe technology is more involved, like texting, or in some cases sexting or cybersex, or all that stuff. Number one, having few healthy boundaries. We become sexually involved with and or emotionally attached to people without knowing them. So basically, just falling for someone very fast without knowing everything about them. Number two, fearing abandonment and loneliness, we stay in and return to painful, destructive relationships, concealing our dependency needs from ourselves and others, growing more isolated and alienated from friends and loved ones, ourselves, and God. Some of my past relationships, I'm not sure how destructive they were, but I can understand the returning part. That's happened with 2 or 3 of my exes. I don't know. Don't really know what to say about it. Again, maybe I didn't think this video through because my 7th poem that was postponed, so I wasn't ready to talk about it. But moving on. Number 3, fearing emotional and or sexual deprivation, we compulsively pursue and involve ourselves in one relationship after another, sometimes having more than one sexual or emotional liaison at a time. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I guess it's basically saying this seems to lean more towards the sex addict part, but it can be emotional because not wanting to be alone, the emotional separation that you experience when you're single, or you may experience when you're single. Number 4, we confuse love with neediness, physical and sexual attraction, pity, and or the need to rescue or be rescued. Now, that is interesting because I know some people who are in relationships and have been in relationships like that, where you want to you feel the need to save the person even though that person doesn't necessarily need saving. I mean, if their life situation is not great, they should at least attempt or be strong enough on their own to change their life situation, their unhappiness, their quote-unquote need to be rescued. I don't know. Another thing about, I don't know how many of my exes were needy. I feel like I was more needy than them. Number 5, we feel empty and incomplete when we are alone. Even though we fear intimacy and commitment, we continually search for relationships and sexual contacts. I don't think I fear intimacy or commitment. So I guess that's one characteristic that doesn't apply to me. There's only 12 of these, by the way, and now we're halfway through, around number 6 right now. We sexualize stress, guilt, loneliness, anger, shame, fear, and envy. We use sex or emotional dependence as substitutes for nurturing care and support. I'm not sure if that applies to me. Well, using emotional dependence as a substitute for nurturing care, it doesn't really specify what kind of support, but it does say support. mean, it sounds like it's trying to say that you should be with someone who encourages you to become a better person, better and more productive, more successful in all aspects of your life. Have I had that? Of course. Have I not had it? Of course. Number 7, we use sex and emotional involvement to manipulate and control others. I don't think I do that. Emotional involvement to manipulate and control others. Personally, I've never felt the need to control the other woman in any of my past relationships. I mean, obviously, given time, it would hurt, but you can't control other people. I mean, for all you know, they could be cheating on you, they could be planning to break up with you within the next day or so. There's really nothing you can do about it. That doesn't mean just get all walked over and like not put up a fight, but if there's nothing you can do about it, then it is what it is. Number 8, we become immobilized or seriously distracted by romantic or sexual obsessions or fantasies. I think I would say that's a little bit normal. I mean, maybe not immobilized, but distracted, of course. Seriously just distracted, of course. But immobilized, as in you can't move on with your life until you experience this romantic or sexual obsession or fantasy. I don't know. It sounds in the ballpark of nymphomania, but I'm not even sure if that's a politically correct term anymore. But anyway, number 9, we avoid responsibility for ourselves by attaching ourselves to people who are emotionally unavailable. This applies to me either. I've always had girlfriends, or yeah, I guess you could call them all girlfriends who were emotionally available. If anything, there were times when I wasn't myself emotionally available. Being a INFJ and an introvert, I do need to recharge sometimes and have my own alone time. So in that case, I would be emotionally unavailable because I just need to process and process lots and lots of processing. Number 10, we stay enslaved to emotional dependency, romantic intrigue, or compulsive sexual activities. I don't know. Maybe I was emotionally dependent, enslaved by it. I'm not sure about romantic intrigue. I'm not sure how true it is, but I fully admit that I feel like I've always been a hopeless romantic. I mean, everyone wants that storybook ending, right? Everyone wants the whole American dream of, a house, a white picket fence, 2.5 kids, 1.5 pets. But, number 11, to avoid feeling vulnerable, we may retreat from all intimate involvement, mistaking sexual and emotional anorexia for recovery. I've never even heard that term anymore. Emotional anorexia? Wow. I'm gonna need some time to figure that out. It's very interesting to me, the term emotional anorexia. I gotta look it up. We assign magical qualities to others. We idealize and pursue them, then blame them for not fulfilling our fantasies and expectations. That was the last one. That was number 12. I would say, yeah, I probably assigned magical qualities to, at the times, my current girlfriend. Because that's supposedly, that's a really problematic and easy thing to do in long distance relationships. Supposedly, it's hard to make them more realistic because you don't get to see each other, and you just create this persona of them that, wow, this person's perfect, and the reason being is because you get along online fairly well because you're not in the other person's face, you're not arguing with them typically. So I don't know. Do I think I'm a love addict? Yes. And again, are these first world people problems? I'd probably say so. I got that term from a friend of mine. I wonder if she's watching, but she taught me the term first world problems. like, I don't want to just say flat out, come out and say white people problems, but I'm like, all right. So, check it out. It's again, it's slaafws.org, and I hope this video helps someone or gain some insight into someone you know or someone you care about. Please like and subscribe, guys. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.